Have you felt yourself moving into a scarcity mindset? With the shifts and the changes of the world, we go through pivots. Sometimes we feel like we get to a place where we learn the lesson and we're great. And all of a sudden we find ourselves back in scarcity when we need to step into the abundance that our spirit guides and the universe provide for us and that we get to create for ourselves as a divine being. So today on this episode, I'm talking about how to keep an abundant mindset in this world. So stay tuned. Welcome to Spiritual and Ambitious. I'm your host, Whitney McNeill. I'm a certified medium and spiritual teacher, and I help spiritual and ambitious souls just like you live your life purpose through your career and attract abundance by connecting into your intuition and spirit guides. Let's get spiritual and ambitious. Hey, so glad that you are listening in today. It's so important that we talk about abundance. You probably just heard me shuffle some cards. I wanted to pull some messages about whatever Spirit wants us to know today. And the first thing they want us to know is you're supported by angels and you are here with divine intervention. Intervention is at play. Also, fire, indulge in your passion, and Spirit is lighting a fire under your ass. Like, let's do this. We're here for abundance. We're here to live our life in full, not just through the motions. And then remember, it's okay to slow down and give yourself grace, right? It's okay. We can feel the fire, but it's okay to also slow down and give ourselves some grace. We can't be having this fire if we're going all the time and we never actually let the fire breathe. If we're hovering over the fire, it's just not sustainable. So it's really important to make sure that we are providing energy for ourselves to sustain the fire. I was just channeling messages in my Aligned Spiritual Mentorship group the other day. Similar message where you have to sustain the fire, right? So we have to rest in order to sustain the fire. Okay, well, let's talk about abundance. The first thing I want you to do to keep an abundant mindset is to embrace the what the fuck moments. Absolutely. So we feel sometimes like, why am I not in alignment? What is going on? I don't understand what happened here. Well, it's okay to embrace the craziness sometimes. And what I mean by that is that when we feel like we don't understand something, but we don't feel inspired intuitively to take a different action, it's okay to embrace how it is. Sometimes this shit has to hit the freaking fan and you have to go back into this fire of transformation in order to realign yourself to your goals, for your dreams, the abundance that you now have and what abundance means to you. I'd also like for you to just think to yourself, what does abundance really mean to me? Because what it meant to you 2 years ago probably is not what it means to you now. Maybe you had certain dreams and goals then, you've accomplished them, or maybe you've ditched them because they're no longer important to you and now you have a new one. So when you feel like you're on the roller coaster and things are going up and they're going down, one of the things that I tell my students in Intuition Abundance Academy is to throw their hands up like they're on a roller coaster and they're getting ready to go down this big hill and they have no control, but they're throwing their hands up and they're going, woo, this is fun. So literally, I tell them to practice this when they're scared, when they're nervous. Oh, I have no idea what's on the next movie screen of my life, but I'm excited. I'm on this journey, I'm on this ride. So embrace the what the fuck moments. It definitely does work because if we're not, we're going to resist change. So that's the next thing. The next step I want to tell you is stop resisting change. We can get really set in what abundance looks like for us, and we have this drive. And when we set our abundance into a tangible thing that we want, we tend to say, I want this house. I want to live at this place. I want XYZ amount of money in my business. Whatever it is, we can get set and locked in on it. And then When spirit's like, hey, this isn't serving your purpose anymore. Hey, your energy is realigning. Your energy is moving to a higher vibration cycle. So you need to shift and pivot and change. We're like, I'm still going to have that thing. It reminds me of my beloved soul dog who's in spirit now, but he would get so fixated on a piece of food. And I could be dancing around, saying whatever. I could yell at him and say, stop it. I could be nice to him. Didn't matter. Give me that food. I could be picking the dog up, turning him upside down. He doesn't care. He just wants to look at that piece of food. So you need to stop resisting change and be open to pivots and changes. Be open to the way that your abundance comes to you instead of the way that you think it's supposed to come to you. So embrace the what the fuck moments and stop resisting change. Now, the next tip of advice is to reassess your value. Again, your abundance may have changed and shifted from where it used to be, and it's different now. And you need to reassess what you value and what your priorities are. And it is okay, by the way, for one of your priorities to be money. It is okay. Now, if that's the only thing we're thinking about, maybe not. It is 100% okay to be a service-led person, somebody who's soul-led, who wants to help others and impact others and make more than enough money. It's okay to have a second house. So please don't think, oh, I just want the money to meet my needs, or I just want peace and love and world peace. That's great. We all want that. I'm talking about find something for you and ditch this old belief that you're selfish for thinking that way. It is okay to have abundance on a spiritual level, and it's okay to have abundance on a financial level. Now, what I'll say is it always has to start on a spiritual level first, or you will not be happy when you get the financial. Now, I do know people who have lots of financial abundance. Are they abundant people? No, because they hate their life and they're not aligned. So it starts with your spiritual abundance always. You absolutely have to get on board with spiritual growth, and you have to get on board with your value system and know that you truly are valuable, your services are valuable, and you're worthy. So it has to start there. And some healers will say to me, well, that's all I want. I just want spiritual abundance. Money's not important to me. And I cringe because we have to have money to live in this life. And some people say, well, I wish there wasn't any money involved. Oh my gosh, it's energy. Money is energy that you have and you are receiving and you are giving. So if you have some of those things, that is a mindset block. Let's get into your value system and clear out the root of the cause. This is what I love to do with my students inside of Intuition Abundance Academy. I'll drop the link in the show notes to the wait list, but oh my goodness, we uncover some beliefs that they're not good enough, that money doesn't grow on trees, that money is bad if you're spiritual and you want money, that you're a bad person. We clear out all of those belief systems. And that's what I'm going to invite you to do a little digging on. What is your value system? Now, if you're somebody who's like, I'm ambitious as fuck, Whitney, like, I want to keep going here, then that's great. Continue on with that path. But it's also okay if now your path has changed and maybe your priority system has changed. And now you want more time with your family. You want more time with your daughter, your spouse, your mom and dad, your friends, whatever it is. It's okay. Just reassess what it is that you're really needing and wanting. All right. When we come back from this really quick break, we're going to be talking about 3 other tips to keep an abundant mindset in this world. This episode is sponsored by my program, Intuition Abundance Academy. Doors will be opening soon. This program is a transformational journey in learning how to connect with your spirit guides and truly understand your intuition so that you can live your life purpose and remove blocks to your abundance. Inside this program, students discover their purpose and break through abundance blocks they've been holding on to for years. This is where you truly transform and create the abundance that you know in your heart you desire and deserve. If you're ready to stop second guessing yourself or wondering if you're on the right path and you want to live a more abundant life, then join the waitlist at messengerofspirit.com/waitlist. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for listening. We are talking about how to keep an abundant mindset in this world. And we've talked about embrace the what the fuck moments, stop resisting change and reassess your value system. And now let go of fear and step into trust. You got to let go of that fear. Fear will tie you up. It will prevent you from making changes. It will tell you that you're not good enough. When we release fear, feels really uncomfortable because we have no reins tying us down. We feel like our safety system is off, our training wheels are off. And when you fully step into trust, you're trusting yourself, but you're trusting in the unknown, really. And you're trusting in the future, your guides, and in the universe. Really, the future feels uncertain. So that's why we create fear, because fear is trying to protect us from this uncertainty. But if you trust yourself and know that you have the tools and the insights and the abilities and the skill sets to create your future, or at least create the next 3 steps on your path of the future, then you're golden and your path is too. When you really trust your intuition and your spirit guides are communicating with you through your intuition, you've got an edge on all the things. You know at least the next 5 steps to take on your path. So as long as you can lean into your intuition and develop your intuition and trust the messages that you're getting, you have more trust in your life path and your abundance. So let go of fear and step into trust and trusting your intuition and your spirit guides. The next thing that I'd like for you to repeat as a mantra is my spirit guides are always working in my favor. My spirit guides are always working in my favor because they are. We sometimes think that we can't communicate with them or they're not doing their job or we're not getting the message or we feel blah. Well, sometimes the message is there's nothing to do. We just need you to rest so that you can recalibrate your energy container so you can hold more abundance. When we feel like we have to be in action all the time, then it depletes our energy stores and our energy system. When we are allowing ourselves to rest, thus sometimes not getting messages, we actually can store up our energy so we can make a bigger impact. We can have a better energetic alignment to our goals and to our abundance. But remember, your guides are always, always working in your favor. And this really speaks more into the trust. So an exercise you can do, and I tell my students this all the time, is if there's something that's uncertain, I'd like for you to write it out and say it out loud of what you want. Imagine that you're placing an order to your spirit guides at a restaurant. The universe is the restaurant, your spirit guides are the waiting staff, and you are saying, I would like this opportunity. I would like for you to create this opportunity for me, please. And know that you have placed your order. Now it is being created by your spirit team. They're back there putting all the spices on it, making the food just right. And you're over here sipping your wine or your kombucha and you're just waiting. You're waiting because you've placed it. And if you feel an inspired action to do anything in the meantime, then of course communicate that to your team. So maybe your spirit guides come back and say, I'm sorry, did you want that well done or did you want that rare? They will make sure to get clarity and you will speak up. And then when the opportunity is ready, they will serve it to you. You get to decide if you're going to eat it or not. And that is the key. You have to decide if you're going to eat it. What I see a lot of the time is symbolically, people are just at the restaurant and they can't make a decision on what they actually want on the menu. And that is the problem with life. Sometimes it's like, well, what if I choose this and this is wrong? Well, you will learn how this tastes and you can send it back to the kitchen if you don't like it. All right. The last tip I'm sharing here is detach from the outcome. You have to detach from the outcome in order to truly feel abundant. If you are so freaking attached to, I'm going to manifest a car and it's going to be this color and this is what I want it to be, then you're really attached to the outcome. I always say, place your orders to the universe, be specific enough that you have direction, but allow your spirit guides creative control, right? So when it's served to you on the plate, you didn't dictate where you wanted the sides, how the green beans needed to be cut. You just said, I want green beans, and spirit delivered them to you. So you've got to know when you detach from the outcome, it creates a lot of abundance, a lot of freedom, and a lot of delight and surprise me events. When you are so attached to the outcome, what's happening is your ego is trying to control the situation. And when your ego gets involved, you get fixated on the outcome and you're not open to other possibilities and other things. So you have to detach from the outcome. So let me do a quick recap. Embrace the WTF moments, stop resisting change, reassess your value system and what you value, and make sure you feel valuable. That all goes in that third step. Let go of fear and step into trust in your intuition and your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are always working for you. Your spirit guides are always working in your favor, and detach from the outcome. All right. I would love to see you hop on the waiting list for Intuition Abundance Academy. It is my signature program where I teach you how to develop your intuition and understand the messages your spirit guides are giving you, discover and explore your life purpose, and step into the abundant person that you are. I give you exercises of abundance. You'll explore the deep roots of what is holding you back from it, from living your purpose and taking action. Go to messengerofspirit.com/waitlist to join the waitlist for Intuition Abundance Academy and be the first to know when doors open again soon. I will be back next week with a brand new episode, but until then, here's to staying spiritual and ambitious. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And if you loved it, would you please share it with a friend? I would also love your review and a reminder to subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can find me at messengerofspirit.com, and you can take the 4 Intuitive Languages quiz and find show notes there too. If you want to connect on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, you can find me at Messenger of Spirit. I'll meet you right here next week. Here's to staying spiritual and ambitious.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM. Women's voices amplified.